Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Last week I got sick of working on the older bikes, the repetitive longer term projects, and I thought I need a project, and I thought I need a bit of quick relief, I need a bit of quick action, you know, quick turnover, not for the profit but for that feeling of success. And I went out and I bought this. It's called a Peugeot satelis. Very popular bike in France. It was sold as a normal running bike up until 2 years ago when I bought a new bike, so I just left this sit. But it was sold like that. And how many times have we learned on this channel that the old just needs a carb clean is rarely true. Rarely true. There's always other issues. But this one was missold massively because what really happened here, let's be honest, what really happened here is the guy imported it, he got all the paperwork done, the key wasn't, deimmobilizing, and then he's going around looking at spark plugs and this and that. And in reality, that wasn't the issue. The bike was never going to start when you immobilize the systems down. I've done a lot of research this week and I thought I had a quick fix, but I don't. Now here's what I can't work out yet. This is a 125, but they also made a 400 and 500 model. There's more parts for the 400 and 500 model, so there's more information on it. Now, at first glance, there, okay, that has a plug on the other side. So that in my head was the ECU or CDI, whatever we're calling it, for this bike, okay, that was it. In the same way, that's it for Piaggio Fly or Vespa, the leader engine, the fuel-injected leader engine, yeah? So I was talking to the guy who can apparently deimmobilize these bikes if you send the ECU. And he said, that's not it. And he said, I've not seen one where it's on the injection system itself. So I've been chatting away and he told me that there's a box somewhere and it'll be a Phillips box or similar. It will look like that. Now the issue is, I think the box was here. I think the box was here. That's not a bolt for anything else. So we've got something really weird going on here that's not going to be a quick fix. It's because it's not quite right. I am going to strip the bike down because if I can find that the actual ECU, then I can send it off to this guy who can then decommission the immobilizer, send it back to me, and when we have a key, it will just throw up. The other option is I can assume this is as it should be and just double check all the wiring. I could break the front down of this bike, just double check all the wiring, make sure all the connectors from the sensor and everything is connected, is good, is clean and okay. That's another option, and considering I have to break the bike down anyway, it's not too much of an issue. I kind of wasn't sure about taking the front apart because it looks big and bulky. It doesn't look like a quick, easy job. But I kind of know what I'm looking for. I mean, I know what CDI is anyway, but I kind of know what I'm looking for. It should have been a bit more obvious. It should have been somewhere a bit more obvious. I think the next step for me will be looking in the front. There's a chance it's in the front. It could be tucked anywhere. The camera can see better than I can in there, actually. There's a black, that's the igniter box, but worth checking. No choice, gotta get into the front. No idea how. I guess it's undoing any bolts I see and seeing if the front just kind of slides forward. Right, let me hammer away at that a bit and I'll let you know where I get to. Hopefully we find a big ECU in there and we can start moving forward. It's a lovely bike, but it obviously needs the basics, which is spark and fuel. So that's a good start. We can really check under there now and we can see that it's not under there. Funny enough, if you look at it, there's an inspection panel there. Now that could be just to see the fin, or it could be to see the fin and where the CDI should have been, but don't know. Everyone knows that I like using white vinegar when cleaning. It's great stuff. It cleans really well. So I just dose anything I take off in the stuff and just let it kind of sit, and I give it a wipe off, and they come out beautifully. So when I took off this top screw, this bit came loose. I potentially found at least an area. What's this? That looks like something slides in there, although nothing is in there. So you might find a loose wire in here. I think I can take the headlights out. If I can, I might be able to see enough. I can't see what would look like a CDI at this stage. Right, I'm not sure if you can see this, but there's some box in there. Let me try and light it up. There. So it says IMM 10C6.02. I think that's it. I think that's the... It might be, it might not. It might be an igniter box or something. So I'm just looking online, and it says that that's the igniter box. So that's what sends the CDI a signal. So that is not what gets reprogrammed. It's the ECU still. But look, the bike's fairly naked. Where is this ECU? This is ridiculous. Bridge. I think it was B1 and B2, wasn't it? Which would be... Actually, there isn't. What is there? Oh yeah, there is. So there's a green and white. So at the moment, what bridges is the... so the brown with the white. They're what bridge. But apparently if you bridge the earth and the white, we might get it back. I'm just going to try that. So I believe I'm bridging there. That's clear, look, that's the green and the white. Now the alarm sign's still on, look. Let's get the key in. I didn't hear a prime. I thought we had it for a second there. But again, guys, we didn't hear a prime, you see. The fuel pump didn't prime. That's clear. It's clear that the immobilizer's on there. Yeah, no luck. Anything like that you hear online, it's always worth a shot. You know, it's always worth a shot, because you just never know. They could work, but it's unlikely to be able to pull a plug from here, bridge to ports, and get an ECU, get an immobilizer to disappear. But you just never know. This plug still bugs me. I bridged 2 things in here last time, and it popped the seat. So there's something in here. I don't know what that's for. I mean, it could be some manufacturers left extra ports on for alarms and stuff. It probably is that for the and in fact this came with a button originally to pop the rear seat. You had like a car fob. It's probably that, but it still bugs me that I'm unsure. I have no choice. I need to keep dismantling the bike. I need to try and get the front off. Okay, so this is good. Look, I'm in here. That's the little unit we're looking at. And then, I mean, there is no ECU in there. It says online that that's not the ECU. It says that just tells the ECU that the key's there. But something's not right. I mean, look, the bike's stripped down. There's no extra wiring. So something's not right. It's not. So Gary just turned up. He was meant to do MOT today, and here's a wicked lesson for everyone, right? His horn wasn't working unless his engine was on. Now, what would achieve that? A terrible battery would achieve that. A regulator not working would achieve that. But ultimately, his neutral wire on his battery wasn't nipped up. So all I did was nip it up, everything back to good. Although his rear tyre is bald, so he's going to go and get a rear tyre. Okay, so back to here. So I've loosened up this here because I wanted to get a picture of it. So that's it. Again, when you look online, it says that this is the ECU. How do I take a picture? There you go. It says that this is the ECU, but on the guy's own website, it says it's not. It says this is not the ECU. So some people are selling this as an ECU, and other people are saying it's not. I think that's sending a signal to the injector, telling it to go. I think it's also sending a signal to the fuel pump, telling it to pump. You're not going to see this properly, but just good old-fashioned check for spark. I feel like I'm going to feel this. Come on. Right, let me sit you somewhere. That should work. Yeah, there is no spark. Yeah, I mean there's no spark. Yeah, no spark, no fuel pump, bloody immobilizer. Ugh. So I know it doesn't look like it, but long day for me, busy day. Lots done, kinda. Well, lots taken off, maybe. I just have to wait for this guy. He's definitely got some like that on his website that he says he can take the immobilizer off. So on his other options, there are ones like that. That exact code isn't on there, but I've given him the exact code now. I think he only messages back on a Monday though, which is really annoying. But yes, ultimately he has some on there like that. But all week I've been talking to him and he's been saying no, there'll be one more on the bike. So I'm hoping he just says to me, yes, we can take that and we can de-immobilize it and send it back, and then that's all good from there. And then it's just another day piecing it back together. If it eventually actually becomes a nice bike, it will need a good clean. It will need a bit of a polish, a bit of touching up here and there, and yeah, good from there. I'm going to message Danny because Danny said that I want to go and try a driving range again, as in hitting golf balls. So I'm going to message Danny, see what he's talking about, and maybe go and hit a few balls on the golf field pitch place.